in
No,
the
I,
Coast
I
Guard.
just I got a couple of comments about that. I remember when I was at the war, I mean at the air station down here, I was in operations, and I used to write up when we'd have a case. I'd write a blurb, and I would give it to the newspaper, and they almost always got it wrong. They would adjust it in some way, and they would get the thing wrong. It used to just irritate me to end because I would give them a story about what we had just done, and they would get it either the wrong airplane or the wrong time or the number of people or I mean they would just get it wrong, and that was my contact with the news media locally, and every once in a while I'd get invited to be interviewed on the. That's the only time they ever got it straight from the Coast Guard when I'd be on a TV show and I would talk about something we did because then I would give it to them like it happened. But and uh, now I never had much to do with the politics, but when I was building the air station at Mobile, I first went there. I came to Mobile. I went in to see the mayor and the councilman and the chief of police and the chief, head of the fire department, and the guy running the airport. These were all top people. And then, of course, they had a base, McKinley Air Force Base was closing down, so I went there to meet the general and his top staff. But I met all these people to tell them that we were coming to town and they would be seeing more of us and so forth. But we wanted to get some things from the city. We needed a place to do our helicopter training, and we used their reservoir just west of the for helicopter training. They allowed us to do that.
Yeah. So you did have some interface with the secular community.
I did, and it was all very pleasant.
Yeah.
Of course, the Air Force Base was closing down. We were had a new. We were building an air station. We had a contract. We had to renovate it, and they did a lot of help for us in doing the drawings and getting the bid ready to go. The Air Force was very beneficial closing down, and then of course they were closing down, so all of their civilian help, their electricians and so forth, we could get the top of their people in the Coast Guard. I'm talking about the few civilians we had. That's the civilians I said we couldn't afford to have because it was taking me more time to hire 4 civilians than build the air station.